No, whatever it was, I was being just BSing. I
Okay.
was I was Patrick Kennedy. I was just BSing. Hmm. So yeah, we're just letting the stream breathe a little bit, and maybe see now you should be able to see it. See how the chat has three
Oh
things.
yes, now I see. Now I see the bubble.
Okay, so let's just read them
There we
right
go.
now
Oh, look at that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
before we do the thing. We'll
Yep.
say Sarab basically says, "Hey, I'll watch the stream a little later today, but it was another really good episode.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. So much happened. Curious to find out what happens next for Daniel and Helen after this point." I love how that's the
Mm-hmm.
first thing she says. Ha ha
Mm-hmm.
ha. Especially knowing she goes down into one of the silos from the season trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Still think
I
Daniel
didn't
is a
see that.
voice too. Well, I didn't either, actually. Happens to
Yeah.
be. And it seems like whatever attacked Kennedy and Lucas seems to be invisible nanotech, question mark? I don't
I
know.
don't
I guess we'll
know.
talk about that and
I
you'll see it
definitely have
later.
theories.
Also, we finally know what the air outside isn't, that the air outside isn't toxic, and we'll get on top of that. I think Camille is losing trust in the voice. Have a good stream. Sorry this was long. I don't care. I love it.
No, that was fantastic. I love that, and I want to talk about every single one of those little points that
Little
were brought up.
delicious
Yeah.
morsels.
Oh yeah, very delicious nuggets.
And Kennedy and
Daryl.
Daryl Seymour. Hey, Daryl Seymour, Kennedy and Lucas are
Hey.
alive. Who saw that coming? So
Oh, me.
shocking.
Me. I saw that.
She did, yeah.
I said it. I said it
Danielle
as
Hell finally
much.
got it on. Yeah, yo, maybe we don't know, but we don't know, Dave. We don't know, Dave. Anyway, so let's do the thing.
Okay, do the
Let's do
thing.
the thing. We're gonna do the thing. Once my meteor board comes up, we'll do the thing. You know what the thing is.
My, yeah. Oh, yeah. Shut up.
We are Squawking Dead, a podcast pulverizing programs beyond the Walking Dead universe. Sometimes we give you news, sometimes we make you laugh, most times we go deep. I am your host, David Cameo, and I am joined by.
Good morning. It's Cosmo Mom 09.
That's right, me.
Me.
And we're here to discuss, to regale you with our thoughts over Silo's 8th
Oh,
episode of season 3, titled
and there are many.
Grey Goo.
Gregu.
Grogu. Well,
It
bye
is kind of.
everybody.
It's hard
Kidding.
to say. Bye.
I don't know. That's it. It's nothing to talk about, right? Just kidding. There's so much to talk about. What are you talking about? I'm so glad to be here. I'm in lovely, blurry background, Milford, Connecticut, right now, as we do this every year, basically around such time. And yeah, I'm happy to be here with you guys. It's like the only time I was legitimately here. We were on last Monday to talk about The Walking Dead Dead City, which also Daryl Seymour was here for. And I'll even add this. At first, when we reached Silo 17, I was dreading it. Season 2 gave me PTSD. I get it, man. I get it. The solo stuff was fine this episode. Yes, it was, wasn't it? Wasn't it? It was like it's like you connected with an old friend. You didn't know how much you actually liked him, right? Daryl Seymour. It's like, that friend, you're
Oh,
like, I'm sick of this guy.
no, I love Steve Zahn, and I'm so glad we got to see him, even just briefly. I was starting to think,
We
and it was
wouldn't.
yeah, and I was okay with it. I thought, do we really need to see him this season? I felt in the back of my mind we would see him eventually, but I really thought they were going to make us wait until the next season. So I was very pleasantly surprised to see him and
Well,
his fresh haircut, looking all
mm-hmm.
good. Yeah.
Let's say why though. Let's say why we didn't feel like we would see him, because I think there's a nugget of something in there that for me it's that it feels like the odds are so impossible every single, or the show has built it up so that there's just no way. How is it even possible? How can they even do it? And
What, show him? Say
well, like to even get there, it seems impossible. Two people with two cleaning suits with the right heat tape, right? They built up this whole lore that it wasn't really that all of this is like it's impossible. It's airtight. The silos are not to be breached.
yeah, but we
Trigger
saw
the
Julia do
safeguard.
it. Of course it's possible.
Yeah, but even to get to that point, we were like, okay, now she's being sent out to clean, just like the first sheriff and his wife, even. And there's just no way. there's a certain level of, even though you know that they have to do it and they will do it, the show makes it seem like, well, they're not afraid to kill people that you immediately endeared themselves to you. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. For as much TV as we watch, I mean, you seem very, um, I don't like, I don't know. I don't know, man. You watch enough TV. Of course they're going to make it. Like,
So
of
I
course they're
watch
going to make
TV
it.
that tricks me. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be
Yeah,
tricked.
but this was a very huge, important plot in the
Actually, I
story.
lied. I lied.
Of
I want
course,
to
they
be
were going to make
tricked.
it.
I want them to trick me. Actually, that's the thing.
They had to make it.
Yeah.
They had
Yeah.
to. They had to because we had to have an answer to stopping the safeguard, to blocking that pipeline. So of course, they were going to make it. They had to.
Hmm.
I was never doubted that, even for a millisecond.
Yeah. Let's say more of what Daryl Seymour's saying. Daniel saying he wants to turn into Grey Goo with Helen was so romantic. Another romantic
So
Daryl Seymour.
so romantic.
For what was it, like, for a guy who, what was he talking about with, I forget what it was, something on Dead City, but there was something he said was like, oh, I hate that bitch. Okay, fine. All right. Solo's a good character. That
You
storyline
missed
went
it.
on for too long in season 2. Oh, did I?
You clicked on the wrong thing.
Oh, I did. Oh, yeah, you're right.
So, nope, you're missing it. There we,
Sorry. Solo's a good character.
There we
That
go.
storyline went on for too long in season 2. Yeah, I get it. At least one main
Oh.
character will likely die this season. Yeah, maybe
I'm
a
okay
couple.
with that. Yeah, I mean,
Are you okay with that? What is wrong with
well,
you?
yeah. I mean,
Why do you want people to die?
because we need drama. I mean, we need to feel something.
I
We need
feel
to.
something right now over you wanting people to die. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Bernard, Robert, Knox. You know what? Any one of those three, I think we could spare and still continue what we're watching. They're all great characters and would definitely, you know, have an emotional response to any of those three, I think.
Literally
But
anyone at this
yeah.
point.
Well, there's some people who wear pretty thick plot armor. Like Juliet's not going anywhere, right?
Sure, but I think
I,
the point is that the show has made every character. Juliet says it in this episode. I hate this. Oh, I thought of you instantly when I don't know why. Like, I think because it's the bad guys should be bad and good guys should be good
yeah.
conversation that we've had.
Yeah.
But there was something like, I hate this, but I don't hate you, basically.
Yeah, that I'm not hating you. Well, they keep shifting who the bad guy is on this show. And I think that's interesting. I think that's a way of tricking us too, right? Just when you think you know who the bad guy is, all of a sudden you're like, well, nah, not necessarily. Like right now, we're all comfortable not liking Camille. She's a good
I hate
bad guy right now.
I
But
hate it though.
but I'm still using quotes because she is in the same position Bernard was, right? Where she's doing the right thing. Hold on, let me back up. She's doing what she thinks is right, but us as the viewer, we know it's bad. But from her perspective, she's just trying to keep everybody alive.
I think it's
So
three things. It's like, we know that she's doing something we don't know is good or bad, but she thinks it's good.
She thinks it's good. Yeah.
And the rest of them are like, she's bad.
Right. So right now we're very comfortable with her being the bad guy. I think the bigger bad guy, right, is the end of the world. And how's that going to happen? And these outside threats that Collins Pear's
Stenson?
talking about. Yeah.
Oh, you like using the pair.
Perry.
It's Perry, right?
Percival.
Or just
Stenson.
or person.
Person, quotes, person.
His literal name is oh, he's not a robot. Okay, I get it. What are you saying? He's am I related to him?
Maybe he might be your ancestor.
What I'm saying, ancestor. Wow, am I in the silo? Is this what's
Oh wait,
happening?
no, you would be his ancestor, right? Because this is like
no,
he's right now. He's right now. Yeah,
time period. It's a blood relation. That's
yeah,
of now.
so
like
you're
how
directly.
How come I'm not in a silo, cousin?
Right? Give me a spot. Give me a spot in the.
Give me a spot. Pay me $200,000 a year. I live down in Georgia.
That was a very interesting conversation too.
Oh my God. This is one of those conversations I know you don't want to have.
Why?
Because it's one of those, it's a bigger conversation.
Is it?
Kind of. It's a fraught conversation too, because they have it all the time. Well, it starts with like the questions everybody asks Elon Musk: Why can't you solve world hunger?
Oh,
And you
no, no,
kind
no. I didn't mean
that's,
that part of the conversation. Yes, that is
but
a
that is a huge part of it. Yeah.
sure, but if I'm being honest, I wasn't angry with his answers. I mean, he just
No.
said it very flatly. It's my money. This is what I choose to do with it.
Oh,
How do you
is
argue?
it? Oh, is it?
Isn't it?
Well, there's a whole cadre of people who think that it's not, and it should be collective ownership and all that stuff. You know how I feel about that.
So you want a piece of
I
his
want a piece of
money?
pear.
You want
I want a slice of
to
pear. No, I don't. I'm saying I don't want it. I said I'm not. There's a dog in the neighborhood. Listen, there's gonna be sounds anyway. So so ask your question again. So yeah, do I want a slice of pear? No, it's his money. He can do whatever he wants with it.
he can. And if we're looking at it this way, he could be doing much worse things with it,
Well,
right?
that's his
He
point.
is at least choosing to do there are many, many, many noble things he could be doing with his money. And he's choosing one noble thing. He's choosing one good thing. He could also go the other direction and be one of these horrible terrorist people that he's talking about, right? I mean, with that much money, he could be evil. He could let the money corrupt him, but he's not. You know, this character is seemingly um well meaning, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm okay with that answer, honestly.
Well, I think his whole bigger point is that with less money, people have done more worse things. He mentions
Absolutely.
really specifically this nanotechnology that he's created could
Yep.
be as cheap as $300 and could be the thing that ends the world, or at least a
Mhm.
sizable chunk of it. And
Mhm.
so what he's
And if he
basically saying
does
is,
cure all these things, if he ends poverty, you know, ends homelessness, cures cancer, if he does all of these things, it's not stopping the end of the world. All the threats still exist.
right, so he's just choosing to be the watcher on the wall,
Mhm.
kind of the person, which lucky us
Mhm.
is kind of what he was saying is I could be all these other things that are way cheaper to do and way more destructive. It it is a bigger conversation because there are tons of people out there, and I hate bringing up this conversation because it brings out a part of me that really makes me mad. And it's that whole conversation of, well, you think you're such hot s, you do it, you make a thing, you do the thing. Oh, you can't. Oh, you're not smart enough. Oh, you don't have money. Well, doesn't money mean anything? It's really that you're not smart enough, or you don't put your. It's like money talks. As my uncle used to say this to me. He's like, I was 7 years old when my uncle said this to me, and he said, "Money talks and bull ass walks,
Mhm.
BS walks." And I didn't
Yeah.
understand that at the time, but at the same time, he's not wrong.
My mom says wish
Stop
in one
running your
hand and
mouth.
an S in the other.
Would you say?
My mom used to say wish in one hand and S in the other and see which one fills up faster.
Right, right. Yeah, exactly. If wishes were made of horses,
Mhm.
we'd
Yeah.
all be eating steak. That's
Yeah.
from Firefly.
Yeah. Good
You know what I'm
show.
saying?
Good show.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it
Um
again with Evelyn.
yeah. So yes, thank you. I was
Read
just
it.
going there too. Yeah. Daryl says, "I get where Stenson's coming from. I would live in the silo. Helen be tripping."
Okay. Yes. Well, let's take a backtrack because you know what we forgot to do. I didn't forget to do it, but like we were having fun. Why stop the party? Well, I'm gonna stop the party. How does the title
Oh, geez.
"Gray Goo" relate to what we saw?
Well, we heard
Because
the
we're touching on
phrase.
it now.
We heard the phrase a few times. Obviously, they used it in the episode. But I think after having watched the episode, the phrase "gray goo" just reminds us of the imminent or not so imminent threat that everyone in the silo faces, right? So everyone in the silo, not gray goo.
In a few moments, definitely.
Yeah, but don't forget, we could turn you into gray goo at any moment.
Right.
Mm.
Unless the air is, like someone said, Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to go there just yet.
Sure.
I think there's other things we should talk about first because that whole thing is going to be wow. Yeah, that I'm not ready for that yet. That'll have to come later. But Grey Goo also led to a very sweet and romantic moment, as Daryl points out, between Daniel and Helen. I want to be Grey Goo with you.
Because Stenson is cray cray.
Barf. Yeah, oh, so cringy. David,
I
he was
love him.
you. He
I
was
love
you.
him. I am him. I told you. I told you. I'm like, this guy is
He
me.
was you in that
100%.
moment. He
Down
said
to the
cray
engineering
cray.
joke.
And I literally cringed and I went, ooh.
But like, it's like, ooh, but.
No, just
Oh.
ooh. And then he doubles
I
down.
didn't use words, by the way.
Yeah. And
Chip
then he
off the yellow
doubles
block.
down. And he's like, well, you got to say it when they're cray effing cray. And I'm like, no, that's worse.
Yeah,
It's so much
yeah.
worse.
Yeah. You think it's like a version 2.0.
Yeah.
Revision 2.
And even Helen was like, ooh, but aw.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's how we get the bitches.
I guess. Look at you in your potty mouth. My gosh.
So I'm choosing my potty mouth
Oh, Daryl
carefully.
says cray cray.
That's right. Shaking
All
my.
right.
She was shaking hands.
Well,
now.
I'm still cringing.
Yeah.
You say what I say weird things too. I have
It's
no
true.
place to judge.
It's true. We have none. We have nowhere to hide.
Nope, none.
Oh, well, let's zero in on this because even in my notes, at certain. Okay, even Helen was like saying, "How do I get out of the circle jerk of Morlocks?" Right, that whole, which is a nice nod to
so funny.
the time machine, basically.
She's
H.G.
like,
Wells.
Peace Morlocks.
Yeah.
Like, oh, sick mic drop. I
Sick sci-fi burn.
I know, right? You're such a nerd. Like a yeah. Such a nerd.
Yeah. Yeah. But at the same time, she's like, see you later, losers, with the L on her head,
Right.
basically.
While
didn't do
also
that.
being a nerdy loser. Yeah. I love
Yeah.
it.
Well, Hugh Howey, right? Anyway.
The coolest nerd in the room.
She's
Helen.
She's like the cheerleader nerd. The nerd that cheerleads.
Oh my gosh.
So, okay. I get where she's coming from because that's what she's designed or built to do. It's her thing is to reveal the truth, not stifle it, or speak truth to power, not enable them. It's breaking her programming, essentially.
I was a little surprised at her reaction though. Honestly, I'm
not.
I was.
She made herself clear when she said what she said. Do you remember how we had that conversation about forbidden knowledge?
Yeah.
And how this is such a microscopic version of that. Basically knew how fragile Charlotte is. She was in the squadron, and she's thinking. I'm thinking. First of all, I'm thinking she can't help herself from saying, "Oh, you basically use Charlotte's squadron as cannon fodder."
Yeah. She
So
was on a roll. She was not going to stop.
And I think she thought, even as maybe she wasn't thinking, as the diarrhea was coming out of her mouth, that oh yeah, this she's all broken in the head. She's not going to remember what she went through, so she's not going to get hurt by what I'm about to say. So, but yet, here we are. So I say that only because it establishes that she is not this is her programming. It's what she's designed to do. It's almost like a computer. She can't not respond in the way that she's built to respond, and she's sharp. Like, for all the cool things, it's like same as Juliet in a way. For all how much we like her, and she's a protagonist, or we're supposed to like her exactly, she has some insane foibles. And Helen's the same way. I was in her corner all the way up until this episode. And
Helen?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And this episode made me like turn on her like completely.
Wow. Oh my. Say more about that.
Well, because, okay, and this is only because of what the show is designed to make us feel, that, hey, we're supposed to end up in the silos, so why aren't you in the silos? I want you to be safe, Helen, angel baby Helen.
Wait a
minute. You're not going in the direction of safety.
Do you still think she's not, just because of this episode, you think she's not going to end up in the silos? Come on, man.
I probably end up being in the silos. If anything, I think Daniel is designed to get her back into the fold somehow.
Listen, Linda. in
Listen,
the
Linda,
in the
it's
next
sweater weather.
episode, I'm not a psychic, but in the next episode, something's going to happen that is going to fully convince Helen why this is necessary. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going to happen. Something. She's going to see something. She's going to witness something. She is going to, her and Daniel both. I don't know if Daniel may kind of be on the fence about it, but siding with Helen because, he's got the feels or whatever. But something's going to happen to push them both over the edge and go, okay, yeah, we're fully on board now.
Okay. I'll tell you what that is. That was the whole other half of the reason why I turned on Helen.
Okay. All right.
For all of her talking about uncovering the truth, she's in a unique position to know the horrors of the world, just like Paris Stenson. Mm-hmm. She should know all the crazy BS things that Stenson knows. Stenson probably knows a little bit more behind the scenes, notwithstanding. So then why is she not on board? Is it just because he's a person who has, this is like my gut check. Is it because he has money? Is it because he's the power we're supposed to speak truth to?
She's programmed to resist.
There's like layers to her.
Sure.
Modus operandi. Well, there's the horrors of the world, but then there's the rich guys. Like I'm boiling it down.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I say this. I say, get over yourself. The horrors of the world are nothing compared. Sorry. The rich guys of the world are nothing compared to like I said, the cheap horrors people can inflict on whether it's just a crowd, whether it's just a village, whether it's a city, whether it's a country, an entire country held hostage by a regime that still exists. Slavery still exists. You think it's gone? I'm getting so mad, actually.
All right, David.
Look, I'm so mad at this character.
I know.
This character. I'm so mad at this character.
But she's gonna have her comeuppance in the next episode. Don't worry.
Oh no, I don't want her. This is sweet angel baby Helen. I don't want her to get her comeuppance. But I think you're right. Is what I'm saying. I think she'll see. Because it's one thing to be against someone because they're of this status. But it's another thing to see that they're right and have a mea culpa and be like, you know what? Shoot, I was too hasty.
But exactly. But this is why we can also love Helen because she is such a well-rounded person. She will admit that she was wrong. She can do that. She will say, "Oh my goodness, I was too hasty. I was too hard on little Percival. We need your money."
Percival. We don't even know what the pair stands for.
It's Percival. In my head, it's
Percival. Percy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You had the same reaction to a character, and I can't remember who it was now at this moment. Maybe it was Maggie. I can't remember exactly.
Doubtful.
No, we never got to talk. You never got jumped on the episode where I felt like there was something there, and I think there's more to come. By the way, this is
are you
The
talking
Walking
about
Dead City. By the way,
just this last episode of
yeah. But this was actually the reaction I'm thinking of was silo based.
Oh,
and that you had to go through something so that the next episode would unlock. You had to feel like a certain way so that the next episode would actually capitulate to that feeling.
Yeah.
And I can't remember who it was now.
Yeah, I know. We're getting too good at watching TV now. It's like the feeling.
No, it got me though this time. I know it's good. You said to me.
Not tricking me.
Yeah.
I know.
You said to me now that, just wait until the next episode.
Just wait a minute. Yeah.
Sweet angel baby Helen will be okay.
She will. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. She'll
good writing.
Figure it out.
It's good writing.
Figure it out. I do. Okay. I like that we're hanging out in the past right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I do want to kind of talk about Charlotte now and just how heavy that moment must have been for her to be sitting at the table, listening to Helen figure these things out about her squadron, about her friends, her team. They went in, believing in this mission, believing that they were doing something good for their country to save people, only to find out you were supposed to die.
You're the distraction.
You were the distraction so that we could actually do the plan. You were supposed to die.
There's no running away from that, too.
And the people you're sitting at the dinner table with the people responsible for that.
Mm-hmm.
I would have thrown up all over that dinner table. Dinner would have been ruined because I would have barfed everything up.
And she still wants to be a part of this thing.
Which, ooh,
Yeah, you saw what I saw finally, right?
Which,
You're like,
I'm looking
okay,
at Doc. I'm looking at the doctor.
I'm not looking at the doc. No.
I
Okay.
am.
Okay. Do you remember when I said in the last one? I can't believe we're like so into this show. Just
I
making
know, I
note of how
love
we
it.
look like. Okay. So do you remember how I said in the last episode there was like this weird side conversation on the plane with Anna and Charlotte that
Yeah.
it's like a thing that we never saw coming. And
Okay.
there's the apology, and then they're finally asking Helen and Daniel to be a part of this thing. And they say, "What about you, Charlotte?" And then Charlotte looks around the room
Mm-hmm.
and she lands on Anna and she goes, "Yeah, sure, I want to be a part of it." What?
Yeah.
This is the second time that's happened.
Mm-hmm.
Second time.
One is saying yes for love, and the other one is saying no for love.
Brother and sister, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm cool with the fact that Daniel and Charlotte can have this moment remembering their mom. And there's a lot of parallels.
And it
by the way.
seems genuine, right?
Yes.
I like
Yes,
that
very.
I like that he's not. I like that they took this moment to show us that he's not implanting memories. He's drawing them out. They're
Right,
there. They're there.
Which means to me that Cernkovich is genuine when he says, "I want to help your sister," even though maybe he's feeling like he has to
Yeah.
do some things
Sure.
on the side. We don't know.
It
but
doesn't mean that down the line someone else doesn't figure out how to manipulate it.
someone else being. Oh, let's start small. Because I'm thinking Anna. I'm thinking she inserted herself into the situation.
Oh, I'm thinking like years down the road. Like we're in
Sure.
the silo. We're in the silo.
Like I said, I'm starting small. Like because
Sure.
they mentioned drone operator. I'm like, okay.
Right. And what
That's
did we see last episode? Mm-hmm.
That's what tries to kill Kennedy and Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which I'm like, oh my god.
Which didn't work. But anyway, that's for later.
It was dark, maybe they have night vision, maybe they don't. I don't know.
Whatever.
Maybe they thought they were down. I don't know. It's fine. Anyway, I guess she didn't join the silo, right? Because then they didn't have her to be the drone operator. Anyway, I'm thinking small though. I'm thinking small in terms of Charlotte. The whole thing with Anna just feels out of nowhere, intentionally out of nowhere, obviously, because they're writing the show. They're thinking, what if we just throw this thing in here and make people go, wait, when did that happen? Or maybe it always happened. We're fine with that. I would be fine with that, right? Maybe that's what set Charlotte on her own journey was this relationship she has with Anna.
Well, you could mention that Charlotte got that little nugget of information to pass to her brother from Anna.
Right, possibly.
So that relationship may have always been happening.
I hate what I just thought just now. And I thought, okay, yes, the passing of information, yes, the maybe whether it was existing beforehand or it's a retroactive spaghetti thing that she implanted that Anna's supposed to be with her. But the whole thing was to get to Daniel. I hate it.
I don't know. I'm not.
It feels like Charlotte's being used on two ends, both to send information and both to be cannon fodder.
Yeah. I'm not sure how to feel about Anna entirely, but
me too.
But I think that her feelings for Charlotte are genuine. I think.
I want to believe that they are. That's
maybe
all I'll say.
Yeah, maybe that's what I should say. I don't know. It just the look on her face, what she says without saying anything, to me it feels genuine.
But then I start thinking, and we'll move on after this, maybe.
No.
Maybe. Like you said at the beginning of this episode, the one that we're talking about now, maybe there aren't any bad guys. And maybe the bad guy is ultimately, and this is really what it is. You know that this is really what it is. The bad guy is what we're capable of. What we have been capable of doing that leads to the silos.
Sure.
Is that we've already reached the point at which malevolent weapons are so cheap and so invisible, it's out of our control. This is how it must have been like when gunpowder made it into the hands of people that knew how to weaponize it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it completely
Yeah.
changed warfare. And then you have, way down the line, nuclear warfare. And it completely changes the game. Now, this isn't nuclear warfare. It's far cheaper, far deadlier, and more controllable, like the nanites. But still, this changes everything in a whole different arena. But we've done it to an extent that which we don't have any rules. No, but and maybe, like I said, it's forbidden knowledge. We've unlocked something that we can't now put back in the bottle because it's literally invisible and in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So, what do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I think we go to the chat.
I thought you.
Daryl's had quite a bit to say.
So let's start with Cray effing Cray. Love it. He's even saying effing. I love it. I love it. He's like not using swears like we are. Oh my gosh. When the end of the world begins, Helen is going to go right back.
I agree.
What she just said.
Yep.
Helen and Danny are 100% going to be in the asylum because of what?
Absolutely.
Because of are we finally assuming that we're
Daniel
not
is the AI?
Well, no, that we're not in present day with Kyle and Kennedy out in the.
Oh yeah, no, okay.
You're not there yet.
I've let go of my theory that these two storylines are happening at the same time.
Right.
I'm still not convinced that
Wouldn't that be wild?
That would be crazy. I'm still not convinced that we are as far in the future as they would like us to believe.
Okay, no, so that means this theory is still there.
I think these two timelines are closer than what we're being told.
Okay, fine.
If that makes sense.
I will continue. Daniel goes wherever Helen goes.
Aw, yes.
Helen's got Daniel on a leash. Anyway.
Dang.
Imagine Daniel and Helen are alive in present day because of cryosleep or something.
Okay.
And they are the antagonists of season 4. That would be cool. He's taking
the
theory to a whole other direction.
That'd be crazy.
Antagonist. I see. You know what? Well, before we continue, I had actually, based on Helen's, Helen is the person, right? We were just saying, why don't you do it? Why don't you do the thing? Wouldn't you'd be so much better, obviously, because you speak truth to power. You'd be the better person. But then, as the trope goes, they end up resorting to the things the other person wouldn't even do, like the authoritarianism, right? The Helen would be the antagonist, effectively. I would do it better.
Listen, but we can't. But Helen can't just be telling everybody everything all the time. There would be panic. It would be panic. This is why you tell people exactly what they need to know.
Oh, what do you mean? Not the truth? How dare you?
No, you tell the truth. You tell enough.
A version of the truth?
No. You tell enough of the truth. It is the truth. You are not changing it in any way. This is the truth. But you tell what is absolutely necessary so that people don't panic. Are you kidding? Could you imagine if somebody went on a megaphone and was like, "The world is ending. Everything is dead."
Well, first of all, that person's crazy. Some people would panic.
That's Helen. That's what Helen wants to do.
She could be disregarded. Charlotte couldn't resist saying no to Anna. Yeah, I know, buddy. I know. It's insane.
She saw the heart emojis in her eyes.
Right. That's what she's programmed to see, heart emojis. All she sees is a heart emoji. Well, how terrifying would Charlotte be? She'd be like, "Oh, I see her heart emojis. I just can't.
Little hearts floating around Anna's head.
Right. What is happening? Anyway. Danny wanted to say bye to his sister, and then he peaced out. There.
He'll be back.
He'll be back. Charlotte should know. Sacrifice the few to save the many.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why. Good point, Seymour.
But it's hard to wrap your head around you being that sacrifice. I think she can agree with the concept, but when the realization hits you that you were supposed to be that sacrifice, that's tough. That would be hard to know, because if the plan had worked and she had died, well, she doesn't have to think about it, right? Because she's gone. But to find out you were supposed to die in that mission, that'd be rough. That'd be really rough to sit with.
Yeah, I mean, as a soldier, even she's a Marine. I forget. It doesn't matter. Uh, but the fact that you're trained to kind of be to know that you're gonna put your life on the line, but
Sure, sure.
parallel to Bernard in a small way, I guess, that you do the things that you do thinking or hoping or knowing. You have to believe it to a great extent that what you're doing is the right thing.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That if you are willing to give your life, that it's for something you believe in.
Right. And then
Yeah.
no, even if you know that what you're doing is to lure, even if you didn't know it at the time, see, like we hold back knowledge to of the
Yeah.
real plan so that people don't find out the real plan, all the other things that you have to believe that what you're doing is righteous.
Yeah.
So, and in the meanwhile, things are happening around you, the real things. And so you have to come to grips with that. And then you realize, yeah, it was for something. Maybe it wasn't, maybe I don't like that my friends had to die or my compatriots had to die. But
Oh.
but yeah, maybe this is to save the world, and I guess that's what it takes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So before we leave the past, I wanted to talk about the diggers too. So Pear
Okay.
only wanted to Pear said 10 diggers to dig 10 holes, and then we're going to pull them out. We're going to do 10 at a time, 10 at a time. And Daniel's like, no, that's too expensive. Just make more diggers. Can we safely assume that is exactly what happened? Because we've seen the digger at the bottom of a silo.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
The
Daniel
digger
gets
void.
yeah, Daniel gets his way.
Yeah, Daniel does get. Well, at least, yeah, yeah. I would assume that this is how all of them are built, except for the one that
Silo
we
one.
that we saw. Maybe.
Oh, the prototype or
Well,
what is that what you
yeah,
mean?
we saw it being do in the process of digging. So so I mean, it hasn't been pulled out. So maybe they just end up leaving it.
Yeah. Do you think
Smart though,
the
huh?
um I
You don't
don't know.
know.
I don't have bajillion dollars. I don't know what I don't know. Sure,
He
sounds
was just
good.
saying that it would cost just as much to try to take it out
Than to just build new
than to
ones.
just leave it in there. Yeah,
Yeah. Um should we assume, I don't know, that this prototype silo is going to eventually be silo 1?
it's a great question. I would say yes,
Okay.
personally,
So
but
here's
I
my
only saw the one, right?
yeah, they were only that was the only one right now, because
Uh,
Pear said that they were in the process of building more. That even that digger was the prototype,
oh yeah,
and more were currently being made. And then his plan was to do 10 at a time. Da 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 yada yada.
yada yada.
My only concern with this being silo 1 is your prototype is the one that things go wrong with, right? Like you always have problems with the first one, and then you fix and you improve on the following things that you're making. Whatever it is that you're making, the first one's always the worst one.
Or yeah, where the except or yeah, we can always take a step back and say they might not even dig that far in. They'll just see how far they can go. They'll do R&D. They'll take notes and logs and see if that worked out.
But my point here is that we've established very clearly that silo 1 is controlling all the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
So if this is our prototype
Well,
and the one that
it
could go
might not even
wrong,
be. It might not. They may pull
it
it
might.
out, take the whole digger out of it, sequence or production. Anything. It's anything is possible. I'm. I don't think we even need to go that far with that. But I
No,
do.
it was just a question that popped into my head as I saw it.
Yeah,
I thought
it's a fair assumption, but at the same time, maybe. Well, I'm
might
sure they had the plans.
might not even matter, honestly.
It doesn't.
But
But
it was just a thought.
what does matter is you get to see what Bernard drew for Juliet when it came
Hmm.
to the way the
The
silos are built,
arrangement.
the way the pipes might be built that pipe in the poison gas from silo one into the other silos.
Hmm.
But when he did, the drawing is exactly what you see in the title sequence. It's that
Hmm.
one purple circle or whatever, like in a black top down view,
Mhm.
and then you have six circles on the outside. Is it? No, seven circles on the outside.
7.
7 big circles on the outside. When you dig in further, it's like, okay, there's 7 times 7. So there's the 7 circles, and then there's 7 circles in each
Mhm.
circle. That's 49 with the silo one, the tiny one, by the
Yep.
way. And then, well, actually, well, not tiny.
They're all
It's
it's
all the same
yeah.
size. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Which, okay, answers another or readdresses another question. Oh, we made an assumption silo one was bigger, but it's possible that silo one might be smaller, actually.
It is. I think it's more likely that it's smaller than it is bigger.
Or at least less populated,
Yes.
I would say.
Yes. I would 100% agree with that. Yeah.
I do like how it's a lot like Fallout specifically now, finally, because if you remember Fallout Season 1, they had that one family living in the silos. Sorry, living in the Fallout shelters. The family of scientists in, I think it was the Tri-Vault too, the 31, 32, 33. And it was it was the black family of scientists. And they were just living there to test it out and all that stuff, and just to run experiments, obviously, because they're scientists.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what these people are being paid to do. They're paying to do effectively. These 100 people are being paid to beta test the silo. Like, okay, here are all your departments, and here are you going to run things. I don't think they have the formula down yet, but I think they're onto something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's cool. The salaries are really, really good, considering they're pioneering.
Of course, what does money matter? Money doesn't matter if they're
Eventually.
in the silo.
Right. I would. Oh wait, hold on. 5,000 employees. That's why I had initially. Remember, he was talking about generational wealth. I don't know if this is the last
Yeah.
episode, the one before that. But he's talking about generational wealth. Why not pay those farmers that money? Like, you could just be in the silo. There's farming to be done in the silos.
Well,
Maybe.
he may have.
Yeah.
He may have asked. Maybe.
Yeah. I do love the way he broke down the math of his wealth. Basically, do you know what a trillion is? It's 1,000 billion. It's 1,000 billion. So even after we paid all these salaries, just the salaries alone, I still would be able to do that for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
5,000 people,
money.
$1 billion a year. I'd be able to pay them for 1,000 years.
That's too.
Which is way more. Which is way more than the being able to pay. Was it 6 generations of intergenerational wealth that he paid for the farmers? Way more. Mm-hmm. So that's just to give them a grasp of how much money you have. But still, you know what I do love? I'm just sorry, going back to Helen. I love how when they're rapid firing, going, you could feed the world, you could feed the country, you could feed the world, you could cure Alzheimer's. I got it. Look at Victor Serkovich over here. Alzheimer's, we got to unlock, bitch.
He said,
"Shut up
there.
Yeah. Shut up."
Yep.
Like, well, what do you want? I cured your grandmother's Alzheimer's. Remember grandma? No, you don't. Maybe you have Alzheimer's. Helen Drew. I don't have anybody. Oh, sorry.
I do. I like, you know me, I love answers. And I like that we're finding more
so many.
I know. I like that we're finding out, excuse me, about the silos, how they're built, the plan and all of that. I really hope next season, I can wait till next season, that we find out more about the Forgetti Spaghetti. Like, I want more information about how it works. I want to see. We saw a little glimpse of Doc and Charlotte today when he's like, calming her down and doing all that. And then he's like, Daniel, she needs a memory of your parents stat. Okay. I need to know why. Like, why are we like what? I just need more. I want to know more about the Forgetti Spaghetti.
I think you're right. Well, let me put it to you this way. The reason why I would want to know how it works is because it's talked about in this episode how and okay, tell me your motherly instincts kind of tingled when Robert Sims said that kid's made out of 90% juice.
Uh-huh.
I was like, I, like Camille, was kind of like, oh, you got me, dude. You got me. Our son is an idiot. But he's our idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
he's like, he doesn't drink water.
He'll be the last of us to forget. Which
Yep.
I thought, first of all, I thought that was nice to say to Camille, who was clearly worried or not. You know?
Not worried enough to not do it, though.
Yeah. And then, right, to not pursue. By the way, this whole episode is full of parents who gave their lives for their children. Even
Mm-hmm.
Helen and Daniel, though not parents yet, uh,
Yet.
they
Yep.
decide it doesn't matter what the world is like, or it doesn't matter what happens as long as we have each other, right? Which means, and if they do get together and have a child, let's say it's me, us, and it's in against the world, right? Cat and Billings. Listen, we both did our thing. I did the thing with the pact, and you did the thing with against the pact. you had you had each other. You had a bunch of people with you, but you weren't. We were alone. We were apart,
Mm-hmm.
and it's nice to be together again. Let's not do that again. There's that, and then there's
Mm-hmm.
Robert and Camille, where it's like where we used to be us against the world, me and you against the world. We couldn't be more divided. In contrast to everything we're seeing,
Yeah.
look at Cernkovich himself. He did so much to try to forget the horrors of the accident. Right. This is what I was talking about earlier. Like, do you really want to wake up in a cold sweat every single morning, remembering your child dying in your arms? No. I want to have the awareness that it happened, but
That's
maybe I don't need to see the light going out in their eyes. You know what I mean?
See, and I think it's a personal choice.
Sure. No, but just blowing past that point. What
Some
I'm saying
people
is,
some people would not want to forget the final moments you had.
sure, but clearly it was
As
enough.
painful as it was.
His daughter would have been 30 something, 37 years old, probably, or something like that.
Yeah.
42 even. Would have been
So
Charlotte's age around, maybe. I don't
yeah.
know.
So I mean everything you're saying is absolutely true. I think the moment between Camille and Robert, the moment that stood out for me, that kind of slapped me across the face and then it was hard to sort of pay attention to anything else,
Mm.
is when she walked in and she was like, "Oh, Anthony's happy to get back to how things were, where I was home and you
So
weren't."
it's almost like normal.
Like, what? That was such a what an insult. Like,
Hmm.
oh,
Well,
I
then
was
he,
like, "Oh, ouch."
and then you go to Jimmy and how his mom capped the pipe, decided
Yeah.
to weld herself inside the door. And then after all of this, Lucas goes to him, your dad gave his life to save you,
Mm-hmm.
like Robert is sort of. Oh, well, maybe, yeah, no, to save you, necessarily. And your mom gave her life to save your silo. And like Jimmy has his face, he's like, because at first when he hears that, she sees the body, he's thinking she's on the hill somewhere.
Right.
It's like, why would she do that? Like, knowing that I was alone. Like he's
Mm-hmm.
thinking, why would you leave me?
Yeah.
But then he realizes once he's told why, it's like, oh, my parents were trying to save the world. The world meaning me, and the world also meaning the silo.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like,
Mm-hmm.
that must have been hard. Just like it's hard saving these kids, right?
Sure.
These are his
Sure.
kids. It's his
Yep.
family.
We need to give a huge round of applause for another character in this episode, and that is Steve Zahn's face. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah.
Just watching him say nothing was so powerful this episode.
Oh, the
Seeing him, oh my gosh, just
just pointing.
seeing him go through all these emotions. And I know we talk a lot about facial acting and how impactful it can be. And man, did he deliver this episode. Just incredible. Incredible. Yes, that moment
That was
when
a lot.
when they tell him about his mom, the scene with him and Kennedy's talking about how Silo 18
What a
honors their
monologue.
dead. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. It
I mean,
was so
that's credit
beautiful.
to Deputy Kelso.
I know, right? It was absolutely beautiful. And then watching Steve Zahn
Like react.
process all of this and like think about it
Like
and
first of all, it's like the first thing he
oh
was
my
like,
gosh.
"What is he even? I don't know what he's talking
Right.
about."
Because he has
Reference.
no reference at all. Because no one ever died. We forget
Yeah.
sometimes that he was a child when when all of this happened,
What's a
right?
wife? What is a? Well, I don't know what
Yeah.
that is. My mom
Yeah.
married my dad. I don't know anything else. It's like I don't
Yeah.
know what it's like to have a wife. I don't know what it's like to have somebody to follow, except for Juliet. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But it was beautiful watching his face this episode.
Yeah, let's. I
Hmm.
mean, just I'm going to point the finger at it, just to be that guy. When you say that, I keep thinking how okay, because I think we recently talked about Orange County because Bridget, we were talking about Colin Hanks in Orange County, and oh, it's a great movie, which you haven't seen, I
I
guess.
have not, no.
Well, I own it, so you want to borrow it.
Okay, I'll come right
But
over.
let's just say that sorry, not Helen. What happened? No, Steve Zahn.
Yeah.
He's been so typecast, and
I
in most of his roles up until now, like the dumb guy who's
Oh,
always getting into
okay.
trouble and whatnot.
Sure.
And this episode kind of really, and he's still kind of in this role is somewhat typecast. Like it's still like a feeble-minded, imbecilic kind of character that we
Yes.
love,
Yeah.
right? But then there's these moments in this episode, like you pointed out. It's like, why did anybody, any execs, any casting directors, why did they sleep on Steve Zahn? They could have had him in such like White Lotus. He's still kind of imbecilic, but he's funny. But then there's real like depth to his characters. Like I feel like he's finally getting his due. So kudos to that
He's a
observation.
he's a deeper well than any of us have experienced, I think.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hey, let's get to some of Daryl Seymour's comments.
Yes.
First of all,
Okay.
visit our Ko-fi page,
Oh, good Lord.
ko-fi.com/bucketed. And second of all, Daryl says, Helen getting pregnant might add to her changing her mind. Yeah, because now you have something to fight for, and now you might actually start lying to fight to, keep it.
I don't know. I don't know if I don't see Helen's character ever lying. Withholding maybe, but never lying.
People capable of. Well, actually, you do.
Yeah. I mean, we have seen her lie before for good reasons.
Right.
They did point that out. So maybe they are showing us that she's capable of lying for a good reason.
And in that, we're all capable of breaking our programming or what we think is
Sure.
who we are.
Sure.
Camille is a savage.
She is.
They're both made for each other, Robert and she.
She is, but I still, yes, she's our bad guy.
She's our baddie.
She is, but I don't know. As a viewer, I still see the weight that she's carrying, and I'm like, oh, that sucks. But yeah,
It
she is
does.
savage.
It does. I every single finger. She even says it. Man, we're coming into the scene with her looking at the waveforms on the computer as she's speaking, and it's red. It's like, is it showing me my mood or yours?
Yeah,
like, meaning
that
she's
was
trying
a
to.
good question.
She's trying to say, are you a computer or are you a person?
What a good question.
Which means she's operating on a level. She's like, are you worried or is it me that that is showing this mood, this red mood that I'm seeing on the screen?
So I don't. If you want to finish up the chat real quick, I have a very specific question about that.
Scene. Sure.
I think it's that scene.
Sola's mom, Daryl says, Sola's mom saving everyone could be hinting to Camille sacrificing herself to save the silo. So Jimmy's
Some
mom.
foreshadowing. Moms sacrificing themselves. Maybe.
Obviously.
I could see her making a turn. I could see Camille finally flipping that switch and going, "Oh gosh, what have I done? I need to make a change." I could see that happening. I could.
Well, I think you saw a glimpse of this when the computer asked her about why did you spare Juliet? She was asking the right questions, things that we never thought about. You see a little bit of that attitude in this episode as well, how Harwood and Papa Knox. We're just shooting the S. Drinking, by the way, drinking pop, which made me think, oh, there's no alcohol, is there? Is there no alcohol in the silo? Like
I
they're drinking,
imagine somebody could make some.
but maybe that knowledge is like part of the pact. Like you can't figure out
Sure.
how to make like all the things leading up to making alcohol is forbidden, so it doesn't exist.
Sure.
Anyway, but it was just the whole we're drinking pop, like
Mhm.
soda pop. Anyway, sorry. So they're drinking pop. And then, but this is the kind of thinking that is forbidden for a reason. And we're just going to touch on it and then we're going to walk away. But I was right about the elevator.
Yes. Yeah.
Were you annoyed when you saw them coming up the elevator, the lift? Okay.
No.
Bridget would have been, by the
No,
way.
it does.
She'd be like, Dave is right again. I hate
know.
everything. The show is the worst.
No, because it makes sense that was. It makes more sense than a ladder. Because how are you going to get a body from here to there?
In such a short period of time.
Yeah, it needed to be something capable of moving a body, which obviously an elevator is. Like dragging a body up and down a ladder.
Right. No. Possible, maybe with a rope, whatever, you get one person
But
up to see two
but not
people.
as quickly.
Not in 10 minutes.
Right. The elevator is how they did it quickly. My bigger question, oh my gosh, I wanted to go back to Camille, but we're on the elevator now. My bigger question is how did they build this without anybody realizing?
Well, just
That was a lot.
I didn't want to go too far into it, but the whole reason why I even went there was because this is the type of thinking that would, like, because we're talking about Juliet, she asked the right questions. It wouldn't have occurred to me to do this. It wouldn't occur to me to do that because these things are forbidden by the past. Oh, the magic. It's a theoretical relic, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're starting to get a picture of why these things are forbidden because it would uncover the silo, which would uncover the truth, which would uncover the fact that you can't leave. And we're trying to invent a mythology in a rule book that would make it so that it would be almost impossible for you to want to try. And if you start thinking outside the box, you might get tempted. You might kill your silo. And what kills you isn't, right, the air, which I know we'll touch on at some point. It's the nanites, quote unquote. They're invisible, microscopic machines, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not poison necessarily. It's not
Mm-hmm.
radiation, whatever it is. Anyway, people that think outside the box, people that think creatively, people that think outside the rules, people that will try to bend the rules to try to figure something out that we didn't think of, whatever. That's the type of thinking. And then the elevator is just another level or layer of that. Okay, let's go back to Camille. So we set the scene up, which was her calling out the computer. Is that I'm going to your mode? Are you a computer or you a person? You from Silo 1?
So my question, and it might be stupid easy to answer, but she asks the computer if there's she wants the computer to tell her how they're going to stop the safeguard. She's like, you need to tell me what their plan is so that I can stop them. And
like, where is it so that I can head them off the pass? Because obviously they know more than I do.
Right. And it won't tell her.
But it did. How do we know it did?
Oh, because Homegirl shows up to stop Sandy?
Yeah, Emerson.
Did
Right, because it left it hanging, right? It just said, well, how am I supposed to stop him if I don't know? And then the scene ends, and then you get to the end and you figure out that it did tell her, which is interesting, though, right?
See, I told you it'd be stupid easy to answer.
No, it's not, though, because, okay, so then...
Well, no, the answer is it did tell her. I'm like, why wouldn't it tell her? Well,
no, but it did.
Dummy.
But the question is, why? Not just because... Is it worried about triggering the safeguard automatically?
Okay.
And, sorry, the recap, if you remember, says it doesn't matter if they cap the pipe. Also.
Because Silo 17 stopped it momentarily. And he's like, oh, momentarily is the key word here. But I don't think it was the safeguard that killed everybody. But the AI will have Camille think that it was.
Well, it could just be the drones that we heard, but we never got to see. Patrick Kennedy's looking in a direction, making sure the last one is flown away.
So he did see something at
Something,
least.
right? It was
We
so
know,
dark.
right. We know he did see at least something. Um, I don't know, whatever the outside threat is, and we'll get there. It's not the same as the safeguard. That I'm
No.
sure of.
Yeah, the safeguard seems like to be a trigger of some kind,
Right. But
automatic maybe.
why isn't the computer just killing everybody? Camille says, "Why
That's
don't you just kill us right now? Why don't you just do it? Just kill us. Get it over with." What if
they
they're the
can't.
last silo?
Oh well, yeah, but maybe, maybe.
He's
Which
not killing them because they're the last one that survived this long, however long that might be.
that's
Every
worth.
other silo triggered their safeguard, and they're all dead.
Oh, I would hate that. Wouldn't you hate that? That there's
It
not
would
a
make
bigger world
sense.
out there?
It would make sense why the computer isn't just killing them, because it
Well,
can't.
it
This is the last of humanity. If their whole purpose is to repopulate the surface, then they can't kill the last remaining humans.
if that is the purpose, man. But
If the yeah.
let me go a little further because I don't want to answer that question at all. I want to go further because this has been bothering me in the back of. It's like that little itch in the back of my neck, and I can tell you it easily comes from playing far too much Legend of Zelda. But I'm I keep thinking that these obstacles are just puzzles to solve. Do you know what I mean? Like you cap the poison pipe and you figure out what to do with the computer because clearly Silo 17's computer, or at least the computer screen or whatever it is, doesn't work. Why? Why doesn't it work?
What
I
do
mean,
you wait?
have you ever thought
What do you
about
mean?
that? The vault in Silo 17, all the technology works. Or wait, does the technology work?
Oh, you mean in the IT room or whatever,
Right,
the
the
vault
server
in the
room.
vault?
Right. I don't think they have that tablet that works and whatnot. That's not networked to it or whatever it is. They
Yeah,
somehow
because
turned
otherwise
off
the
the computer.
computer would be talking to Jimmy, right?
Right, exactly. I
Okay.
don't I don't know that they have all the computers turned on. Maybe the network, the router was turned on. The router, the technology, the internet was turned off. So they don't have access to the database, but they have books and they have all this tech, the seeds of humanity, all its creations, all its inventions and books and whatnot.
Yeah.
But that's an additional hurdle. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not enough to cap the poison. You don't want to walk outside without more information. They even mentioned in this episode, let's cap the poison and start having a conversation with Silo One because they know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, why are you doing this? And we're fully. He's even saying Bernard is saying fully. If it turns out this is for our own good, if you can convince us this is for our own good, we will drink the waters of oblivion.
Mm-hmm.
We will drink from the waters of oblivion. We will take it. This is what we need to do. We establish a new founders, let's say Founders Day, with the Forgetty Spaghetti, and we'll take it because you seem to think or seem to know that we can't. We need to, for at least the next however long, 70 years. It means a
Yeah.
couple more generations to. We can't be trusted
I
because
like
somebody's going to have the wild idea of creating a nano weapon. See, this is
right.
the allegory with cheap materials and destroy us all just because they can.
Yeah.
Just because they can, because people like that exist.
I like
Ugh.
that Bernard said what he did though, because he's thinking very rationally,
He's putting
and
himself in its shoes or their shoes.
well, he's just saying that it's possible that this is for a good reason and it's worth having a conversation. It's worth hearing the other side of why. Just why. He's asking why. He just wants to know why.
Because after everything he's been through,
Yeah, it's not he's not just oh gosh, and
it's like, who am
it
I to
made me
pass
feel so
judgment?
it made me feel so good because so much
So
and
you're Juliet.
even in well even in like even real life right now, right? We see all these like horrible things and everybody's just so quick to be pissed off about it and just immediately feel anger, and very few people are asking, the right questions. They just want to be angry about everything.
They
But
want an
Bernard's
excuse.
right. But
Helen,
Bernard's not getting angry about being locked up in a tube or the threat of being killed. He's saying, "Okay, this sucks, but tell me why. Is it for a good reason? Can I side with that? Can I understand your reasoning behind these horrible things?" So I feel I want to believe that I'm that kind of person. I'm not quick to anger. I'm quick to understand.
or you could be quick to anger, but at the same time, you're still interested in knowing why.
Okay,
We're
that's
emotional
fair.
beings. We're emotional
Depending on
beings.
I'm just saying me personally, like I'm
Yeah,
not someone to immediately fly off the handle about something. I'll I'll ask the right questions before I get really mad about something.
you would hope. Yeah, I think we would all
Yeah.
hope. Yeah,
Yeah.
and not to I mean not to go back to Charlotte, but imagine how Charlotte feels. It's literally the same question, except in a microcosm, in microscopic microcosm of a feeling. You want to think that everything that you've done, everything that happened to your squadron was worth it, even
Yeah.
if you were the last silo left. Ha 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 ha.
That could also be a big part of why she said yes, that she wants to be a part of this, is to
Yeah.
get some more answers.
Well, she knows what
Yeah.
it means to sacrifice.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
let us read the chat because I think we just got another something on the
Yeah.
stream. So let's go to okay. Solo's actor Steve Zahn. That's who we're referring to. Is really good.
Yes.
Daryl. This episode confirmed that Billings' wife does not have a thing for Kennedy, which I wasn't going to bring up because I didn't put it in my notes. But I was like, but I was thinking about that in that conversation. I thought for a hot second she was like, yeah, well, like I love you and whatnot. And I was alone too, so that's why I shacked up with Kennedy. But
No, stop it.
it would
I
have
think
been.
you were alone in that.
But hey, Daryl, no, Daryl was with me. He was like, yeah, she was like getting awfully close and sobbing about Kennedy, like because I didn't have my husband. Like apparently, I guess that's why she was crying. Like, oh,
Yeah,
all of this is for nothing. Oh no, Kennedy's dead.
you can be surrounded by people and still feel alone if you don't
Alone.
have the right
Yeah,
person.
yeah. And Championship Island 2894 says unicorn.
Unicorn? Me?
I know. I love the icon though. The
It's a unicorn.
horse.
Oh,
The horse.
Very cool. Yep.
Was it Avatar? Yeah, that's what I call it. Avatar. It's really
asking the
good.
asking the wrong person.
Anyway,
All right.
I know what the question is really, but oh wait, no, because you remember Stenson was saying we
Percival's
created a unicorn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Percival.
Percival's unicorn.
I want a slice of that pear. But yeah, I made the unicorn, but the the billionaires, those darn billionaires,
Yeah,
they just wanted to hunt it.
Yeah, of course they did. Ha ha! Thank you,
Okay.
Daryl. Thank you, Daryl.
Listen, Daryl. Listen, Daryl says I didn't agree with you about liking Kennedy. I said no one can doubt you again if you're right. Oh, that's true. That's true.
But
we got 2 episodes left.
As Daryl pointed out, you're wrong. I'll give you the elevator, but you're wrong about this.
Okay. Well, listen, we have 2 episodes left to find out whether Billings was the father of their child all along.
No. Stop it. Stop it.
Listen, Billings got some redemption this episode by cornering Harwood. That was awesome.
Let's march forward. We got another answer. I got an answer to a very specific question I asked.
There's so many.
I know, but I love it. I ask a question and the show's like, I hear you. Here it is on a silver platter. How did Shirley get pregnant?
Yeah. And it turns out, like, and I think, I don't know if I said this explicitly, but because who would have told, Dr. Pete would have told them, right?
How?
Sure. Amidst all the conversations about the bomb and who's going to deliver it. Oh, by the way,
friends with his daughter. Mm-hmm.
I see you kissy facing.
Yep.
How about having a kid? I can tell you where to do the whole birth control.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of us are going to die. So.
And they got some stuff from the dentist.
Yeah. I do like that Knox was like, I'm sorry I'm hurting you, Cheryl. But Good impression, by the way.
Such a cute little conversation between the two of them. She's like, "Oh, you should have seen Knox. You would have loved it. He was crying."
Wouldn't
we
you?
all needed to see that, I think.
Yeah, I think I saw it in my head. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Knox punching his dad was awesome,
Yes.
Daryl says.
I'm glad you brought that up too, because I had a stupid question. I had a dumb
About how does
question.
it taste?
Yeah. What?
My
How does
fist.
his fist? Is
That's
it
the
that
question.
dumb? Is
Yeah.
it that dumb?
Yeah. Because
Okay.
Knox is super cool. I'm
I'm
just
like,
gonna
how
say
does
it.
it taste? Is he talking about a knuckle sandwich? Is that
There's
what he's
always
asking him right
yeah,
now?
yeah,
How
that
does my
knuckle
knuckle
sandwich.
sandwich
How does a
taste?
knuckle sandwich taste? A little
I'm like,
sauce on the Would you
it's
like the
got to be
sauce on the
more than
side?
that. It's got to be more than
No,
that,
it's
right?
not. It's nothing more than that, by the way. It's all he wanted to do was
Knuckle
punch
sandwich.
this sucker in the face. Because every time he
Okay.
came home, because he, you know what, like where most people would be like, and this is again contrast to The Sims, the Jimmy's parents, even Helen and Daniel. We don't know what the fate is, but we're fairly confident. I want to goo with you. Anyway, you know what I'm saying.
Gross.
I'll stop the world in gray goo with you.
Stop. That was
Anyway,
disgusting.
but the contrast to all that, Knox's version of that is just saying it was fine with just me and my mom.
Mhm.
It was fine. It was bad, but it was fine. But whenever you came home, it wasn't fine.
It was
And
worse.
so all I gotta say is I kind of just wish you never did, and you finally didn't. But I still kind of want to give it to you because you still made our life impossible.
Mhm.
So how does it taste?
My knuckle
That's
sandwich.
all he didn't want. See, and that's why the way he phrased it is so interesting because it's about expectations. There's a part of you that thinks, oh, he wants to know why you did it. He wants to know why you came and left and why you left them forever. We kind of want to know. But there's that element of, I don't want to know. I don't care. Okay, because my world,
It
you
doesn't matter.
ruined my world.
Yeah, whatever answer he gave was not going to be good enough for Knox.
See, where Juliet was concerned about the truth and the world, or whatever the truth is about the murder, right? Again, everything is a reflection of the original murder mystery of why did they find George at the bottom of the silo, right? Why it starts with the person. Screw the world. This is like why we hate Helen a little bit because Helen's like,
No,
tell the
you
world.
hate Helen.
I hate Helen.
You
Fine,
hate
I'll lump
Helen.
it. No, all of you because I do. All of you do.
No.
But like, why the show? This is why I love the show. The show does this subtle thing of saying, because it's a message to the people who are like, why don't you all feed the hungry? Why don't we give all our money to everybody? What? I have a family. You don't get to tell me what to do with how I raise my kid. There's a really great speech that I think this was said at the Oxford Union, and it was by Konstantin Kisin. He runs a podcast called Trigonometry. In it, he says, I'm going to shorthand this because he goes into like building the world around this one question. There's no parent on the world that wouldn't mash a button that would dump carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, just like 5,000 pounds of it into the atmosphere, if it meant their kid would be safe. So you're going to tell the world to stop carbon emissions when meanwhile it's the main thing, it's the main driver of economic progress, of like being able to live and survive, right? Electricity in general, power equals power. There's not one parent that wouldn't mash that button if it meant their kid would be safe, like to dump thousands of pounds of CO2 into the atmosphere if it meant that their kid would be safe. You're telling people around the world how to live their lives. You're telling people in a way worse position than you to love green energy when the cheaper, maybe dirtier energy is the thing that is polluting the atmosphere. So you're telling them to effectively die. How fair is that? Because you're in a luxury, more green environment, you can live the way you're allowed to live because you made it to a certain point. Anyway, the point is the show subtly tells you, stop worrying about the world. I mean, you still have to worry about the world, but worry about your backyard. Worry about your kids, your parents, your families. Stop worrying about the world. Clean your own room before you start cleaning other people's rooms and telling them how to live their lives. I'm effectively doing that now. But what I'm saying is,
put on your own safety mask before you help others.
yeah, how are you supposed to save the world if you can't save your own backyard? What are you even doing this for if you can't do that? Because you failed because you're Knox's dad. What you failed at at having a family or maintaining your family. So you figured, F it, I'll try saving some other family. Or I don't know what his thing was. Maybe he just didn't care. But like, I mean, that's the thing that bothers me the most about Knox's dad. It's like I can't understand that person. But anyway, the show is subtle.
Not everyone has that parental instinct either. I think
Sure.
Gus was just out for himself.
Is that his name?
Yeah,
Gus Knox?
Gus.
For who the Gus Knox it knocks for you?
I don't
Deegan?
know.
Anyway, sorry.
I
I
don't,
got stuck on that.
he didn't possess that parental instinct. And he probably convinced himself, "Oh, he's better off without me," right? Like people do. I'm just no
he happens
good.
to be right.
I'm no good. Yeah. But
Well, he didn't
isn't he perpetuating that? He's telling himself he's no
self-fulfilling
good.
prophecy. Yeah.
Exactly. He is no good because he's telling himself he's no good when who knows if he had actually tried and put in some effort, could have been different. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because things still happen the way that they happen. And so for the story, it ultimately doesn't matter. He still got served a knuckle sandwich, and Knox is who he is because his dad was who he was. Exactly. So just another example, bad things can happen that lead to maybe potentially good things, right? If Knox had a different childhood, would he be who he is now? Doesn't matter. It's not even worth thinking about because things happen and that's how it is. That's where we're at. Don't think about, well, if only. No, it doesn't matter because this is what happened. Now we're living this storyline.
Right.
So, okay, but we didn't really address my specific question about the elevator. That was a lot of construction.
Yeah.
How do you get away with that? How do you get away with building this thing? I mean, Martha was worried about drilling into the wall. This was so much bigger than just drilling into a wall. How do you get away with this?
Well, okay. So the elevator is, I think, behind a closed off shaft or something, like a closed off wall or something.
Sure.
Right. That's what it was.
From the mines, I feel okay. Yes, where it's at in the mines would probably be a little bit easier to get to, but then it goes right up to supply.
Mm-hmm.
That's not someone still needed to get in there and create this door, dig all that out, build the I don't know.
Lift?
I'm not an elevator person, but like the thing that the elevator goes up and down on, the track. I don't know what to call it.
Yeah. Well, like the pulley system or whatnot. The pulley system.
Like the thing that it sits in and goes up and down on.
Yeah.
Sounds like a track to me. Anyway.
But I know what you're saying. So how do they get away with that? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, there's even just digging the shaft to begin with, the elevator
Sure.
shaft that the
Sure.
lift goes in. I get it, but like I think mining happens all around the silo regardless, right? Because remember, they can only dig up to 200 feet, 200 yards.
One of those things, 200 something.
Yes. Anyway, so you're thinking it's not a lot of room to dig. They'd have to go mostly up and down and around, but never too far out. So,
because you might run into another silo.
But see, the thing is that they would be doing this regardless of the shaft, let's say. So I think it would be expected norm, or like an expected norm for them to be, but never never back into the silo. Right. Never into silo. Sorry,
right. So
never into the silo.
Nobody from the mines is coming up to supply and being like, well, sorry, we dug a tunnel over here and we need to get in and clear it out from your end.
They were in critical supply too. Yeah. So they're in a door. They dug into a door that nobody is ever into, and that door is protected by another big door that most of the time people are not going into critical supply. Critical supply is only expected.
Someone's in charge of that.
Only head and the shadow, and only to do periodic inventory, right?
Mm-hmm. So,
but never to be used. You wouldn't need to dip into critical supply.
So does that mean?
Until recently, until the rebellion, by the way.
Does that mean that what's her name?
Glenda?
Nope.
Oh,
No, the head. Who
Carla?
Martha's girl. Yeah. Does that mean she knows more than she's letting on?
I don't know. Do you really believe that? Or maybe she forgot that she
I don't
was
know.
in cahoots?
So Glenda and what's his name? Pete Davidson? No, no. Who's the
Mike Davidson.
um
I only remember because Paul was telling Kat
okay.
we arrested Mike Davidson, but we couldn't tell them
I
why
couldn't
Orla
remember
had to die.
I couldn't remember his name
I
while I
couldn't
was
either.
watching.
I put what's
I'm
his name
like,
in my notes.
and I'm like Mike Johnson. I couldn't remember.
Pete
So
Davidson.
is it is it enough that Glenda and Mike were in on this? Glenda and Mike.
Well, the Glenda is also the question, and I wonder if Harwood was saying, "Don't get my daughter involved in this," even though she might be.
Well, they made it very clear as they were searching for this door that it was a two-person job.
Yeah.
Two people have to be involved in this.
Unless no, two people would have to be
It
involved.
took two people to even open the door.
Yeah.
So two people. This is a two-man operation.
Well, you're not saying Carla, but you are saying Glenda.
Glenda for
wow.
sure. Glenda for sure. No, I'm not saying Carla. I'm just saying, I don't know.
Well,
I find it very hard to believe that she would know absolutely nothing that's going on and what she's the head of, that she's the head of this department and she knows absolutely nothing. Seems
right.
unlikely, isn't it?
Right. Well, again, this goes back to the original Forgetty Spaghetti about why Martha and Carla ever. Maybe
Okay.
Martha found out something about Carla.
But wasn't there separation like 30 years?
37, yeah.
Yeah, but this elevator's only been around for 2.
All I know is that it was operating more frequently during the rebellion, according to Harwood.
It was only 2 years ago that Gus drew up those plans, right?
I don't remember. I wish I'd written it down.
Well, no, because when
we're having Sody Pop.
Well, they were the guy.
Oh yeah, Knox died 2 years ago, but
right.
The plan could have been conceived. God knows when. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yes. To your point, the Mark, was it, in the wheelchair, said the next person to die in the mines would officially have not died, and then Knox would take. So, well, but we also know that death occurs pretty frequently in the mines too. So it's not like they had to wait years for that to happen. I don't know. I feel like
but Harwood mentioned that he died
2 years ago.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Gus.
But I'm saying the elevator, the construction to create sorry, let me back up. The idea for the elevator, the plans, building it, the construction, and the death of Knox all would have had to happen between 2 and 3 years ago. So that whole thing has only been relatively recent.
Right.
And the Martha and Carla beef happened 30 years ago.
Right.
So that had nothing to do with the.
No. So then you've answered your own question.
Right. But do we know how long Glenda's been Shadow? How long Glenda was Shadow?
No, I don't know.
Was she Shadow during that time?
Maybe, yeah. And maybe that's why Harwood wanted her to be in supply.
Maybe. But then Carla was like,
I just wanted her to get away.
And then Carla's like, nah, Glenda, you're out. Orla's in.
And it disrupted their whole operation.
Uh-huh. And then
Yikes.
And then Mike's like, nah. Maybe Mike tried to bring her into the fold, but Orla is a good person, and she's like, no, this is bad. And so Mike killed her.
Well, see, okay. Glenda was even saying Mike thinks everybody is his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Which could also mean that Mike was just playing both sides. It's like, okay, whoever's in charge of the elevator, I will romance. ?
Well, we know it's a 2-person job, so he had to try and convince Orla to help
continue
him.
operations, right?
Right. Right.
He
And
used
it
the
wasn't
dog.
Glenda.
We all know now. The dog dragged Orla's body. Listen, he's good at playing catch and fetch, and the dog. So yeah, do the thing.
Yeah.
Drag the bitch's body into the. Yeah.
Language, David.
The dog, Davidson. It's Davidson. It's not me.
Okay. All
I
right.
didn't kill anybody and drag them into an elevator.
All right. Well, I'm satisfied with that. If Mike attempted to bring Orla into the operation, into the
Only when he
and
got caught, really.
Well, no,
Probably.
I think he tried to convince her to help him, right? Because he needed.
I think he knew that she was on to whatever was happening, necessarily.
The shortages.
Yeah.
Things. Okay.
So, which is why I kind of played it coyly,
Well, and not Orla. Sorry, Glenda never would have reported the missing stuff because she was in on it.
And that's really the question. That was Glenda in on it, and Harwood was just protecting her.
Absolutely.
And threw Mike Davidson to the wolves, basically.
100%. And Harwood's excuse is what? I'm better and more secure than Critical Supply, so these things are safer with me? Was that really his argument?
Yeah. What are you on about? Here's the thing. I couldn't believe it to a point, meaning he has alluded as much in his conversation, what little we can get out of Harwood, because he's a man of few words. But he has made it clear
because he can't hide his accent, so they give him very few lines.
Right, that Denny's accent, his actual Irish accent. One, he's very interested in the class divide, and two, he's very interested in prejudice, meaning maybe if they're forced to rely on us for these things, maybe they'll actually treat us with respect.
Okay, that's a different take. All right. I mean, it's still stupid and it sucks, but
it sucks, but it's not stupid.
But from his point of view, I suppose.
Let's make no illusions. He's no freedom fighter.
Yeah, I agree with Daryl.
Let's backtrack a little bit.
Harwood is a piece of crap.
Right. Okay. 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 So we said that. Okay. Mm-hmm. So Champion's Land 2894 says killing unicorn equals safety guard. That means 50 founders. Okay.
Founders? Hold on.
This is book stuff.
That.
This is book stuff for sure.
Oh, okay.
That we don't know.
We didn't read the book, so I have no reference of anything that comes from the books. I'm not privy to.
And just to give the devil their due, we wanted to, but we discovered that if we did, we would definitely not. Well, there's definitely spoiler. It does follow the book's beats in such a way, but we figured also that some cultural elements from the books are so far removed from what we're seeing in the show that it would force us to maybe not judge the show on its own merits, which is what we're trying to do. Mm-hmm. Which we ultimately had to decide as a podcast, like, okay, do we or do we not read the books? And we decided not to, because it would spoil a lot of things that we were to see. And this is a murder mystery. We don't want to be spoiled on that.
Right. I think after the show is done, after the series has ended, I'll probably go back and read the books. I'm very interested in the differences.
Yeah. And it may end up being that because we didn't read the books and appreciate the show for what it was, we could backtrack and say, oh, I see why they did things this way. And then we can finally judge the series against the books. And look, who knows? I think we even talked about, this is complete non sequitur maybe, but we said we wanted to maybe do a spoiler episode of House of the Dragon, or at least House of the Dragon, maybe even Game of Thrones, because there's so much to talk about that we didn't talk about because we didn't want to. There were like elements and beats that we didn't want to reveal prematurely because they may not even go there, first of all, which would be nice, but we don't know for sure that they will or won't. But as far as the Hugh Howey books are concerned for Silo, we could do another episode or two backtracking, maybe one. I think one is enough because these episodes are long enough, and I think you can cover that in one episode.
Yeah.
Daryl Seymour also says the dad didn't know that his son was a beast now. That's right.
Right. Yeah, he clearly doesn't care enough to keep tabs on his kid.
His knuckle sandwich is a Subway footlong.
Yeah, it is.
Talk about gray goo. Anyway, yeah, Hardwood's a piece of crap is the last one, and also
Yep.
you should visit our Ko-fi page.
Yeah. Go check it out. Cool. Cool. Cool.
Get cool.
All right. So you're comfortable just saying Harwood.
I'm comfortable saying
Harwood
he
is
has his reasons, but
he's stealing things from Critical Supply to use as leverage.
like stop treating us as pieces of crap. Stop assuming that we are who we are. But then again, who knows? This could be the allegory that Stetson was talking about. Like for $300, you can make a nano weapon that destroys who knows how many people. And Harwood is an example of somebody who just wants to watch the world burn.
So
Maybe.
So if Harwood is keeping these things safe, right? They're just under his care now, not in Critical Supply. So those 2 years of life still turned into, we still have 70 years, essentially, as originally, what they originally said.
Right. Well, okay. I'm making the assumption, even though we didn't get to see it, that they recovered the bulbs.
Did they?
See,
I don't,
he mentions the cat. Like I can't talk to Orla's sister about why Orla was murdered. I could only tell her that about Mike Davidson, our little Patsy, basically. So well, he even mentions I can't tell her about the bulbs. So I'm assuming, but then again, because okay, feel me on this one. Do you feel like they wrapped up the murder mystery part a little too quickly? That maybe there's a loose end or something? I felt like it was quick.
Yes. And I feel like that whole storyline's not over yet. It just, all it did was lead us to Harwood hoarding the light bulbs, basically. And for him to just hand them over.
My feeling is that it is over. And it feels like we rushed it.
Then there has to be a bigger point. Because otherwise that was really anticlimactic.
Well,
there's got to be more to it.
Maybe. Well, let's address this. This is a really good question. But let's say Daryl's thing first.
Okay.
Daryl says the kids have grown really close to Solo now. Jimmy, they were going to stab Kennedy if he moved his mom's body, which I wanted to comment on that too. I was like, just imagine where they came from. They wanted to kill Jimmy in the vault. Like, and they went from that to killing for Jimmy. Which again, this is allegories about I would burn the world for just you. I would be Grey Goo just for you. Like these are like couples and then parents and children. Like what would you be willing to do for your dad? Is essentially what Jimmy is to these kids. I would protect my dad with my life. I would stab you in the face. Patrick Kennedy.
I'm not ready to call Jimmy a father figure, only because he's so
not a father.
Well, he's
more like a child.
He's more like another child. He's more like another. He's on the same level as them. If anything, they're more mature. I don't know if that's really the right word I want to use, but
I'll say this much: whatever it is, they just want to protect him.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely part of the family that they've created, right? But father figure, I'm not. I wouldn't say that. But Champion has a good point, and I think we did talk about that a little.
We did.
Past episode.
They have Critical Supply in Silo 50. Well, okay, that level might be underwater though, and Supply isn't 70 something. It's definitely underwater right now, and slowly rising, by the way. So, you'd have to swim into Critical Supply. You'd also have to have the code. You'd also have to crowbar it.
Or they could dig down to Critical Supply and
like in the mines.
Why not?
How?
They've made such a big deal out of digging. Well, you start on a higher level that's not underwater and then dig down. Like you go out.
How?
And then down and then back
do you dig?
in.
Where do you'd have to start the digging from silo 17.
Yeah.
Not from silo 18.
I know.
First of all.
So no, you bring stuff from 18 to 17.
So easy.
Because once it could be, because once everybody knows, like, hey, there's more supplies over here. We've got another 100 years of supplies. We should go get that.
Yeah, but that would also be revealing to however many people that there are more silos, which nobody else knows, which on purpose you shouldn't know.
Sure, but only the necessary people would need to know. Only the
Goodness.
people required to go get these things. Anyway,
But you get it. You get where my like you have to kind of
sure.
go through all the checklist of all the things
Absolutely.
that are
It's a
terrible.
huge it is a huge undertaking. But if it meant 100 more years of survival, wouldn't it be worth it?
Of course. But there's the bigger question of Silo 1 and all that and the
Would they allow
conversation.
it? Sure.
What's the point? Let's
Yeah.
work with Silo 1 maybe. Listen, Champions Island, let me just tell you one thing. I like where your
Champions
head's at.
Land.
Champions Land. Yeah, I read that really fast. Okay,
You
Champions
did.
Land. I like where your head's at. I don't like
Yeah.
saying, but at least we have to stress test our good ideas.
Yeah, that's why we
It's tough.
flesh it out. We talk it
Also,
out.
let's bring the drill to the other silo. How big is that? How long is that going to take? Water is rising. I
I
don't.
don't know. What's the point of the mines at all? Besides a punishment. What's the point?
Ore. You need ore, resources, coal, whatever is under the ground that you would need. Raw materials. Who
For
knows
what?
what's in there
For what?
to
What do you-
manufacture things?
What? What needs to be manufactured that isn't in existence and can't just be reused
I don't
in
know,
the
man.
silo?
I'm not a mineralogist.
Okay.
Maybe just
All right.
minerals too.
I think maybe the mines are pointless and used only as a punishment.
I think they do. I think like anything, because even the miners have to believe that what they're doing is.
Do they? They all hate it. They all hate it and it sucks. And that's where people go to be punished.
I don't
Harwood even
know.
says it. Harwood even says it. You're all here because you did something stupid, like
Right.
magic.
But now you get to do something for the silo. I don't know, man. Listen, but I think the whole point of that was to say none of these people are bad. They just colored
Sure.
outside the lines.
Sure.
And so they have to believe that they're doing something good to make up for it or whatever they thought was they were told
Or
is
else-
bad.
Or else what? What's the alternative? Kill them?
See, but you can't do that, right?
Exactly.
Like without
Exactly. So you
Yeah.
have to give them a reason,
So yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, to make them believe.
which is pointless. But the actual but the actual mining is pointless.
Maybe. Maybe. It's possible. Maybe that it's like shuffling paper. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Yes.
bureaucratic. Sure.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. It's punishment.
You're just making me feel things, okay? I feel bad for them. My empathy meter
We're
is
supposed to feel bad for them. Mining sucks.
yeah. So Daryl says, I felt like the murder mystery was wrapped up really quickly. Yeah, so you thought
Yeah.
the same thing we did. I felt like there
Yeah.
might be more, but who knows?
Who
That's
knows?
feel like there's a dial that needs to be turned. Like you think it's over, but maybe it's not. Maybe like Kyle and Kennedy, I wrote them off, like meaning there must be a purpose to them dying. But no,
They're not
maybe
really
there's
dead.
more.
No, there's got to be more. I don't think that story's over. It just got us to a different spot on the board.
Champions Land has a very good question because this is something I thought of in my notes as I was watching this episode. Why is still electric running in Silo 17? It isn't actually. Electricity is not running in Silo 17. It's only running in the vault. Only. Why? Because just like the poison pipe that was capped in 17, electricity is running from Silo 1 into the vault. Remember the two lines, the two pipes, the two lines?
Yep.
They're coming from Silo 1.
Yeah. And the library that they're in where he's working on the radio is part of
that
the
whole
vault.
vault. Yeah.
That's part of the vault.
Yeah. We found that on season 2, but they drill down harder into that in this season.
Mm-hmm.
So is the pipe go first from Silo 17 to Silo 18 maybe? Sort of. Yeah. So they sort of explain that.
I think how Juliet explained it makes the most sense.
A main pipe goes to their cluster of, I guess it would be the second batch, right? Because it's 7 times 7. Yeah, it would be the second batch of clusters. Silo 17 and 18 are obviously part of that cluster. So they have one main pipe going to that cluster, and that pipe branches off.
If you're going numerically, it'd be the third cluster, wouldn't it? So 7, 14,
Oh, 14. You're right. It gets
21.
cut off.
Yeah. So it'd
Yeah.
be the third cluster.
The third of 7. Right. Good point.
Mhm.
Good point. So yeah. But they would have to cap it off at each of their own silos. They couldn't go to the main pipe, which is probably
Right.
underground somewhere
Right.
between the
Which is
cluster,
why
which
you
is
can only
far.
mine so far.
And remember, this is 300. Was it 300 square miles? I think it was
300,000 acres.
Right. Oh, so then it would be. I don't know what that is in
It's
miles.
a lot.
Yeah, it's
I
a
don't
lot.
either.
It's a-
That's a lot.
Was it? Yeah. Was it 3,000 times 3,000? I think this is 300,000 square acres. Anyway,
I don't want to math
it's
this early in the
far,
morning.
and they'd have to venture off and have enough oxygen to get to that main pipe to disable the
Right.
pipe to that cluster. The point being, though, actually, the reason why I wanted to answer your question, Champions Land, not Island, is that it's important to remember that these silos can produce electricity independently of silo 1, which is why I mentioned earlier you'd have to necessarily at least disable the computer as part of the safeguard. You can't just cap the pipe. You have to disable the computer. At worst, you disable the electricity that's going into the silo. Silo 18 is the one we're concerned with. Because you could just as easily have that conversation over the radio. You just put the channel to 1, for silo 1.
For silo 1.
Because each silo is on a different channel. That'd be interesting. But anyway, I like that. I like that question. It's good. There's
I
good.
do too, yeah.
One more. Daryl Seymour says Juliet created peace with Solo Jimmy and the kids, probably hinting that she will create peace on a much bigger scale.
Maybe, yeah.
I think Bernard's a part of that. I think Bernard should be a part of that. Billings too, right? These are people who slow roll incrementalism. They're careful about, and they ask the right questions, right? This is the whole point of the show. See, again, the people who ask the right questions are usually the ones who get punished. So
It's right. You got to be careful.
yeah. Well, what I'm saying is it's kind of weird. The magician, all he wanted is to entertain kids. Theoretical relic. But Julia gets to live. That's privilege. I don't know.
The thumbnail for the next episode. I mean, I don't,
Oh, yeah.
Any
Camille
kind of
and
spoilers.
Juliet are side by side.
Yeah, and she's dressed as Miss
The
Mayor again.
mayor.
Yeah.
So this will take us to a part of the episode that I was hoping you'd get into. Okay. As we said earlier, Camille had to have known where the poison pipe was because she asked, and Emerson was there.
Okay.
And now wait, Juliet and Shirley separate because she remembers the thing about Ralph Melby.
Okay.
Let me go to that specifically because it was in the show. We saw it in the show. Now, Ralph Melby, I'm going to just talk. I'm going to front load what I see in the fandom.com, silo.fandom.com. It's a wiki. So Ralph Melby, RALF, by the way, not RALPH. Ralph Melby is a character mentioned on Apple TV series Silo. He was a suspect in the murder of Deputy Sam Marnes, if you remember, Bridget.
I don't remember that one.
Sam Marnes is played by Will Patton, who is insane, and I love him.
It doesn't help.
It doesn't help because
No.
he's like, I'm Marnes. I'm Deputy Marnes. I'm
Okay.
David Oyelowo's deputy. Anyway, Ralph Melby was a gambler and a thief with 2 convictions for minor assaults. He worked the first shift in making paper, and lived in apartment 63, 63rd floor, 324, level 63. Ralph had a grudge against Deputy Sam Marnes, making him a potential suspect in Marnes' murder. Judicial's investigation into the murder pointed to Melby as the chief suspect, and by telling this to Paul Billings, they hoped to misdirect Sheriff Juliet Nichols into arresting the wrong man while they framed Patrick Kennedy for the murder to cover the real culprit and to discredit the new sheriff. Meanwhile, in Silo 17, for all of our thinking, Patrick Kennedy was just there as a vehicle for Lucas Kyle. It was Patrick Kennedy that was able to discern which door was the right door because of the oxidation on the paint, because he was a painter. I love that fact. Let me continue.
Wait. Hold on. Before we go So just to be clear, Ralph Melby did commit
Did
the.
not. We find out later that it was that guy from Judicial. Remember the guy that killed George Wilkins is the same guy that killed Marnes.
Bro, this was like season 1 stuff.
Yep, season
I
1 stuff.
I the name Ralph Melby played the part it needed to.
Right.
Sandy was
Exactly.
telling Juliet that they were being set up.
Right. Basically.
Yeah.
I just love knowing that because
No,
it takes me back.
well, and she explained that. Like, I don't remember any of the
Sort of.
details. I don't remember any of the details, but Juliet said,
Why
this
can't we
dude was
remember
being
Marnes? She doesn't mention Marnes at all.
I ate the
hate it.
spaghetti, David. I ate the spaghetti.
Oh, my dear angel baby Rachel.
But the point of using the name, and
Melby.
Juliet explained
It's such a
it,
unique name too, by the way.
and Juliet explained it for morons like me who forgot, which I appreciated. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
nice.
But I like. Okay, so let's continue down that line because
Yeah.
she says it. Mr. X, Shirley and her have to split up. Juliet decides to walk herself to Judicial. Now, wait. There is a whole chunk missing between her separating from Shirley and her making it to where Emerson is waiting for her and turning around. And she's like, right away, she's like, I know I'm here. I'm here to be arrested. Do you remember when she told Camille, I'm going to say this way, even though she didn't say it this way. I'm a mother effing founder, bitch. People think I'm a founder. Okay? You're going to arrest me? Okay. Watch what happens, Camille Sims. Watch what happens. I think we're going to see what happens.
A founder or a martyr?
The founders are the people who made the silos. That's why they have Founders Day.
Yeah. I don't remember her telling Camille she's a founder.
She said they treat me like they consider me a founder, like to that level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I must have blinked during that scene.
Yeah,
I don't
you
remember
definitely
her
blinked.
using those words. Okay. Anyway,
And she also said it the way I just said it. So
I could totally
don't
see
doubt
Juliet
me ever
doing that. Oh, well, careful.
Never.
I'm sure Juliet said it just like that.
And she said, yeah, she used bitch and everything. It's so funny.
Although they should have called this episode F because everyone was dropping F-bombs. It was wild.
Yeah.
It was wild how many times we heard the F word. Anyway, so Juliet does something.
I think she
did something.
Encountered people along the way to kind of say, hey, they're going to arrest me. So you need to protest.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I think that's going to happen. And it's going to be a big, big problem for Camille.
Yep.
There's a conspiracy.
Okay. And we saw a little bit of that in, I guess it would have been sort of a flashback during those few months where, who was it? Was it Robert?
Yeah. Robert Sims basically told one of his listeners, right, with the picture.
Hey, we should elect Juliet mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So we've seen how fast this can spread, right? You whisper in somebody's ear and then it spreads like wildfire. So sure. Yeah. Juliet could do that. And she has the power to do that. The influence.
Right. What's more?
Yeah.
What's more is, okay. Why she has to do this is because of the spaghetti that's been in the water for 24 hours already. Because we know they started before the morning that Patrick Kennedy and them left. It's already been 4 a.m., right? Camille's like,
Correct.
It's 4 a.m. So it's already been a day. So
I'm inclined
to
working
on a clock, baby. That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm inclined to believe you, especially because of the thumbnail spoiler of her all dressed like Miss Mayor. They are going to remember who she is and why she's important. They're not going to forget who Juliet is, and Camille's going to be forced to let her out of that cell and resume her position as mayor.
It's why, my God, even if there are like 10 sheriff's badges of Juliet's sheriff's badge with the Juliet followers. Oh my God. We just figured out the means of them not forgetting. Is these kids
relics.
And a couple guys that are called Juliet as well.
Yeah.
And the tattoos, what they mean. I'm looking at the tattoos. I know what they mean. This is going to be the thing that reminds me not of our past, but of a
Yeah.
person that we
And
know.
and we saw things like that in effect in this episode too, when Charlotte smells the rosemary and has that recall. So when they
Hmm.
see these symbols, that memory that is there, these memories are not going away. They're just getting buried. They're getting covered up. But when you see these reminders, when you have these tangible things, the memories come back and you have that recall. All
Yeah.
right. All
It's
right.
so
I'm liking the
fascinating.
this is also another little glimpse into how certain memories can be manipulated and brought back, how they're able to specifically bring this memory back but keep this other one buried, right?
Right, right, right.
All right, I like
It's
it. I like
it's
it.
it's
I
fascinating.
mean, I hate it, but I also like it.
Yeah, because well, you hate it because there's that part of you that's like, what about the
It's
world?
terrifying. I hate it because it's terrifying, but
And
I
it's
love
on
it.
thin ice.
Yeah, but I love it because it's a TV show and it's entertaining.
It is very entertaining. So
Yeah.
there's this whole this ultimately goes back to, is it the girl or the world? Is it the person? Is it the people you love, or is it about everybody? And I like that it's about the person we love, about Juliet. She represents what is good and courageous and is incredible about us. And if we could just remember her, I feel like
Mm-hmm.
everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is like
Yeah.
something Orla said before she died.
Yeah.
I look at her and I think everything's going to be okay. That's why she went floor to floor, Juliet, to the cafeterias to meet with everybody. Everything's
Mm-hmm.
okay. Everything's okay.
Yeah.
Well, you just planted the seeds of your own undoing, Camille. You really did.
Yeah.
And she let the relics go unchecked, but maybe that was a Robert thing working behind her. He had been seeding the ground of Juliet being safe this
Oh,
whole time.
seeds. I see what you did there.
Mhm. Not seeding the ground, CEDE,
Yeah,
but SEED.
that's
But
right. Daryl says,
oh yeah, Darrow says the founders are the ones who were sitting around that table.
yep,
Holla
agreed.
back at your boy, even Helen.
Agreed.
You know, you need one
Even
skeptic, right?
Helen. Yeah. Yep.
Helen's the Patrick Kennedy of the. I'm kidding.
Well, when you're
Whatever.
building something this big, you don't want to be surrounded by yes men. You need somebody to challenge things and make sure and look for the problems. And that's Helen.
And I think as much as Pear Stenson, not Percival, not
Percival.
Perry, Pear, slice of pear. As much as he didn't enjoy that exchange, it's exactly why she was chosen.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
You need somebody that is going to thumb your eye. Like you need somebody that's going to hold you accountable.
He seems like he knows that too, despite how uncomfortable the conversations might be. He knows.
His
He knows
face
that.
even says the story too. He says like this is
Yep.
exactly she's perfect. She's
Yep.
perfect.
Yep. I hate it. I hate her, but she's perfect.
Champions Land is calling me out. She said I'm a walking founder. I said I prefer
Walking.
my
Yeah.
version of how I remembered it. So
I don't know. I
saying
don't know.
you
Champions
can
might
kick
be paying
rocks.
attention. Wait. Keep going though. I like.
She's
I like
right.
this
That's
next.
exactly what was said.
Yeah, I like this next comment though.
Camille brings food to her husband in the cell in the series. Common way to send secret messages.
Sure.
Oh,
Are
how
we
much I
gonna
like this.
see?
A
Are we
public
gonna
fight,
see
but in the private, they're really making love to each other. Okay,
David?
I went too
Oh
far.
my gosh,
I went too far.
you're so gross.
Like,
But
how would that be
sure.
possible?
But absolutely, this is why I keep using quotes when I refer to Camille as a bad guy,
Well,
right?
the audio podcast doesn't know that, and even I don't know.
I've pointed it out every time.
I see
I've
what you're
pointed
saying.
out that I'm using quotes
But
when I
that's
call
not why
Camille
you
a
thought
bad
that.
guy.
You
No, but
were
I
saying
like
that because
this.
yeah, I love this. This is
Yeah.
Champions Land. Despite you being against me, the comment just earlier,
Right.
I think this more than makes up for.
And I like
that
this even
slight.
I like this in addition to what I've been saying about Camille too.
Yeah,
Where
way
yes,
more.
she's in a hard position. She's, doing the right thing. I'm using quotes, the right thing according to what she thinks. But maybe Camille, maybe we're not giving Camille enough credit. Maybe she's even smarter
I'm
and
fine.
thinking so much farther ahead, and she is actually
Has been with Robert the whole time.
outsmarting the computer.
I had always thought that she was, though. I had always thought she was like, just like last season, she'd been playing both sides. The problem is, I think Robert and she both have told the other, we have to be independent now. We have to act like we hate each other, that we're doing this for certain reasons.
Mm-hmm.
and none of them are giving way. And I think that's so. Now the food thing would change that. It could be like, yes, I've been on your side the whole time. Keep doing what you're doing. But up until this point, I'm going to say this and maybe catch a lot of crap. For sure, they have been playing each other. Sorry. For this whole time, they've been playing each other. Not playing us, playing each other. She really is. Or, okay, I will say maybe even a little bit beforehand, because the fact that she's asking the question about the mood could mean, am I manipulating enough to make you think that I'm angry and frustrated? Is it working what I'm doing to you? Because you said I'm a good liar. You shots
Yeah.
fired me several episodes ago about me being a good liar.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is it working?
Mm-hmm.
Champions
Yeah.
Land got me on this path, man.
No, I know. I like it. I like it. I
I like
mean,
it a lot.
I would love to see Camille make a turn for the better, right?
She just caught up with, or she just caught up with me. Very good liar in a good way,
Champion.
Camille.
Yep.
And she found out how safety works, basically. Safeguard.
Safeguard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but wait. Daryl's coming in. I don't believe that Robert and Camille have been pretending to be mad at each other. I think there was a point at which they had to figure out when to spill the beans, and I don't know when that was. And maybe we'll backtrack just like we did in this episode about
I don't
Kennedy
know
and
if we
Kyle.
have seen that moment yet.
No,
honestly,
we
I
haven't.
think
I
it
don't
might
think
be.
so.
I think it might be coming. I think it might be coming. I think. I'm not sure if this is what you were trying to say a moment ago. They have been on opposite sides of things, but I think Camille's in a position where she knows I need to keep this up for a while longer.
Mm-hmm.
She's allowing Robert to, to do these things and work against her. All the while she's like, okay, I know eventually, I know he's doing what needs to be done to, like, I don't know, save everybody or whatever. Yeah. So I agree, Daryl. I don't think that they're pretending to be mad at each other. I think Robert really is mad at Camille, but I think Camille, I don't know. Two things can be true, right, David?
Oh.
Listen, I know. Listen,
Wow.
she can still be upset with Robert for what she feels is maybe him working behind her back. Maybe she does feel a little bit betrayed because he's not confiding more in her. But she can also look at the bigger picture and say, well, I'm kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah, I think the reveal happens a little bit before she gives him the food. I think somewhere in this episode, the reveal happens. We just haven't seen
haven't
it,
seen it yet,
and we'll
yeah.
backtrack.
Yeah, we'll probably see
It's because
a
of that.
flashback.
It's because she asks about her mood. That
Yeah,
because it's like that's not for nothing.
right.
It's chum for people who think the computer is a person,
Sure.
but it's also like, is my lie working?
Yeah.
And is my lie to you the computer working?
Yeah. Yeah.
Have
And
I
we
worked?
don't see, we're going to see the interaction between Juliet and Robert in the next episode. And I think that's might be where they reveal Robert's going to be like, oh, hey, by the way, Camille's actually on our side. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone.
Right. Maybe even I'll go as far as to say, maybe he, like you said earlier, he might find out in this food drop.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I like it.
To your point,
because we've seen notes passed in food before.
Earlier in the season, everybody gets a
Mm-hmm.
turnaround. Now we should probably end this stream.
I agree.
I did want to backtrack on something that I love that Helen mentioned this, because when the word seed was used, Helen's like, oh, like the seed bank in Svalbard. And I just want to touch on this. The Svalbard Global Seed Vault I'm not going to say what it is in Norwegian, is a secure backup facility for the Earth's crop diversity in the Norwegian island of Spitsbergen in the remote Arctic Svalbard archipelago. The seed vault provides long-term storage for duplicates of seeds from around the world, conserved in gene banks. The seed vault is managed under terms spelled out in tripartite agreement among the Norwegian government, the Crop Trust, and the Nordic Genetic Resource Center. The Norwegian government entirely funded the seed vault's approximately 45 million kroner, that's $8.8 million in 2008, the construction costs. Norway and the crop trust pay for operational costs. Storing seeds in the vaults is free to depositors, so you can give to the bank for free, etc., etc.
Okay. Okay.
As of June 2025, the seed vault conserves 1,355,591 accessions, representing more than 13,000 years of agricultural history. So you may be even talking about seeds that have gone extinct at some point.
Wow.
So this started in 1984 by the Nordic Gene Bank, now Nordgen. It began storing backup Nordic plant germplasm via frozen seeds in an abandoned coal mine outside of Longyearbyen. In 2001, the International Treaty on Plant Genetic Resources for Food and Agriculture, the ITPGRFA, was adopted, and national governments began to ratify the treaty soon after. The treaty establishes a multilateral system for plant genetic resources that includes providing access to the materials and providing mechanisms so that those who use the resources can share any derived benefits. So that's what they're talking about. But that's she wasn't far off, basically.
Right.
It's basically you're storing the seeds of humanity in a backup in case something happens to humanity.
Mm-hmm.
We have something to draw upon or to genetically clone these seeds in the bank so that we can respread them, basically, re-germinate them.
Yep.
It's kind of smart.
Yep.
So
right.
I like that.
Good talk. I liked it. We did good.
Let's see. I don't know if there's anything else. Oh, Knox hiding not only his friend from his dad, but the fact that she's pregnant, thus proving how little he wants his dad to have to do with anything that is him and his family. You'd think, it's interesting. It's just small flag to plant, basically. I'm just racing in my notes to see if there's anything else.
Sure.
Yep. The founder thing. Yep. The Sims, they didn't have each other. The Sims could have been more in lockstep. Now they're against one another. Drone pilot, Anna. Ooh. Okay, let me tell you. Let me show you the part in my notes where I said why I hate Helen. Helen explains that she'd rather be nuked or turn into gray goo than live in the silos. I hate this, and I hate her. We want her to live in the silos. I just love that part.
Don't worry, she'll come around in the next episode.
Yeah, you've convinced me.
She will.
Okay, since it's okay, I yell about their argument. Okay, save the world, his money. I'm going backwards.
Oh wait, somebody just joined. Oh
So-
wow, I'm really late.
Anything for Freedom says, by the way, great name, which I had spilled a lot about that. And so did Rachel. She's like, it's my money.
Right. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Daryl
but
says,
you
I
can-
love Helen.
But David's gonna put the episode out later, so you can start from the beginning.
You should backtrack. There was a
Yeah,
very,
definitely.
very fruitful discussion about
Definitely go back and watch
Liberty.
the whole thing and comment and tell
Yeah.
David how wrong he is. about
Yes, I
everything.
love hearing how I'm wrong. The only character I hate is Audrey. 5.
Who's
Audrey is... Wait, who's Audrey?
Who's Audrey?
Wait, who's Audrey? Hold on. I felt like I heard this name.
Audrey?
Did we hear this name?
I don't know. Daryl loves
Oh.
Helen though. I'm with you, Daryl. I love Helen too.
The computer. Audrey's the computer. I'm kidding. The dirty bomb in DC was a nanite weapon, a nanite bomb.
Yep. Yeah.
Stenson's Folly. We didn't use those words, but I love that that's an idea.
Yeah.
Like, if it's right or wrong, it's still Stenson's Folly.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. You're so powerful. I hate this, not hating you. Great. I can hear that.
Bow and arrow. Oh.
Oh, Audrey
that
is
her
one of the
name?
kids. Yep.
Oh. I don't think I remember any of their names.
Audrey is the
honestly.
Shirley of Silo 17. What are you talking about?
Okay. All right.
Which, it's okay. It's fine. You can hate her, but she's hating.
Yeah.
She's being her for the right reasons, which is Papa Jimmy.
Oh, stop
Papa
it.
Jimmy, question mark?
No,
know.
not Papa Jimmy.
Not Papa Jimmy.
Papa Jimmy's.
but she
instead
loves
of
Papa Jimmy.
John's. I hate this. I hate you.
Yes, I hate me too.
hate you so much.
Yeah.
No, Jimmy's not the Not the daddy. Okay.
No, well, not the no. But he's just the dad.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. I think. Oh, the Doris monologue. Patrick Kennedy's Doris
We
monologue.
touched on the Doris monologue. We said it was beautiful.
It was
We talked
beautiful.
about it.
I love how he kind of explains himself, which is something we didn't really get to see, but that she was the one that people followed, and he was just BSing his life in her image. I love that part of it. Do you
And
remember
it's
what
still working.
But it's like he's using his powers for good.
Sure.
Instead of smuggling stuff, which again, without Patrick Kennedy, we wouldn't have this drama, right? Because this is the first guy that he turned out to be such a not thing. Like he was supposed to be an obstacle, right? They were going to put the finger. They were going to get Marnes. For Kennedy was supposed to be arrested. That was the whole reason for Ralph Melby.
Yes.
So he turns out to save everybody, right? He's Ulf of the silo, except not really. Anyway, bye everybody. Wait, let's do the thing and then we'll say goodbye.
Oh,
you know what
the thing? Do the
you
thing.
know what the thing is? Yeah,
yes,
let's do the thing.
I know what the thing.
Where is the thing? I don't know where everything is. It's not fair.
Oh boy.
Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back after these messages.
We just thought we'd remind you to show this episode some love by tapping that like button, if there's one to be tapped, subscribing to our podcast or channel, and if available, enabling all notifications, and sharing the show, or clips of it, with everyone you know. And don't be afraid to reach out. Leave your questions, feedback, ideas, or even concerns in the comments section. If there isn't one? Head on over to ratethispodcast.com/squawkingdead and leave your thoughts there. Rating our podcast is the best way to get our attention because it also boosts our visibility. And we'll probably address it in the next episode too. And if you think there's something to what we're doing here at Squawking Dead, tip us over on Ko-fi. As a token of our appreciation, you'll receive forever access to our Discord, along with 30 days access to our uncut episode and interview recordings, plus our pre-squawk insights. Take your support further. Join a membership tier on either ko-fi.com/squawkingdead or patreon.com/squawkingdead, and you'll unlock access to more channels on our Discord server, receive shoutouts at the end of every episode, and depending on what tier you join, the ability to join us on camera and mic to break down future episodes alongside us. Thank you for hearing us out and making it this far into the episode.
We now return you to our regularly scheduled podcast.
Hey, folks. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, just checking, because I can hear myself.
Weird.
Oh, so before we go, just wanted to mention one of those perks that the memberships get are shoutouts at the end of every episode, so I'm going to do that now. And I want to first say thank you for being here. Yeah. It's been a fun conversation. I really enjoy the comments that really added so much to this episode. It's why we do what we do, because we're like siloed in our own heads and we only can to each other. It's good to communicate with another silo.
Nope, I like it. I love hearing other people's takes on things, points in the episode that you thought were important and worth talking about. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here.
I appreciate it. And so on to our acknowledgements, starting with the Survivors tier, which is our producer tier. They can join in the episodes alongside us, and they get to be in our core channel so that we, as we talk to ourselves sometimes about certain things that we want to do, they could join that too in our Discord, the core channel. The one and only Jason, who you can find on Instagram via @neostheone. In the Whisperers tier, we have Rob Lucchese, who you can find on TikTok via @robsstuff_ and is a Nancy _thangs, THANGS. And of course, Kim Rowley, who you can find on Facebook via @kim.rowley1. And not on the screen right now visually, but maybe in the Spotify video, I will throw up the Walkers members, who are incredible. One of which, by the way, good to mention, is Luke Boyce. Luke Boyce is the EP showrunner of Revival, which is coming to Netflix. I highly encourage you to go into your Netflix.
So good.
Look for Revival.
So good.
Season 1. If this goes well, they will likely get a season 2. It's a great show based on the Tim Seeley comic and has Stephen Ogg from The Walking Dead. It has a whole bunch of people. Like, obviously, even the main character is from Letterkenny. She's probably my favorite character on the show. Mrs. McMurray. For those who know, Letterkenny.
Derry's on the show too.
Derry's on the show from Letterkenny as well.
Yep.
Yeah, perfect casting. So Revival, check it out. Set it to remind you. It will be on Netflix in just 3 days from now. of this
I
live
can't wait to
stream.
go back and binge.
Yeah. By the time this episode goes out on podcast platforms, it will already be out on Netflix.
So go check
And
it out.
in case you wanted to do this, I think it's a great idea. We covered the series a year ago. We reacted to the episodes, laughed alongside you, and we provided our thoughts and insights episode by episode. Some we combined a couple episodes because we were falling behind, as we have been today. But I highly encourage you checking that out as well. So as you are watching, you're kind of watching along with us because we were literally watching at the time, and it's kind of what we do. So thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And she says, "You guys have your own algorithm. It's me. I'm the computer."
Yeah, David is a computer.
Yeah,
This has
that's
been
the
long,
joke,
long
at least.
established.
At least it's a joke, at least.
Is it a joke?
And that's it. See you guys.
Bye. Thanks so much.
We'll see you
for
real soon.
joining us.
We're so close to the end of Silo, and I hate it for
I'm
everybody.
so sad. I know.
But hey, you can also catch these episodes as we talk about them for The Walking Dead Dead City. We'll probably be going live on Monday night. So how about that?
See you Monday.
Back to school, kiddos. Bye.
Bye.